Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Casa de Neil, where I'm about to fight a 2,000-point battle between my blips and Jason's Adeptus Custodes. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the blips are back on the table. And by that, I mean the Genestealer Cult are back on the table. We are breaking out the new codexes and checking them out and seeing how they do. Little bit of ace. I have not played any games with them so far, so this is my first game with them. Jason has actually played a game, just one game with the Custodes, so he has a better understanding of what's going on. I will probably forget literally everything. But that is, so that's the game we've got going on here. The story that we've got is that this planet was in the path of the crusade, of Guilliman's crusade. And communication was suddenly lost with them, knowing that there had been some rumors of a popular uprising on the planet, which had been attributed to the problems with the Cicatrix Maledictum messing with people's minds. The Emperor's finest, the Adeptus Custodes, were sent down to go find out what was going on and hopefully restore the pride of this planet back to the Imperium. But when they arrived, they realized that this was not just a matter of weak moral fortitude. It was, in fact, a xenos taint of the Genestealer Cult on the planet, uprising, taking their cue from the Cicatrix Maledictum and all of the turmoil in the galaxy as a sign that the day of ascension had arrived. So they had risen up, overthrowing the imperial bonds of this planetary governor. And the Adeptus Custodes said, "No, dog. That's not how that works," and sent in their force to go take it back for the Emperor. So that's the story that we've got going on. We are going to be playing the Surround and Destroy mission from the GT 2021 packet. Essentially, there are 6 objectives on the table. 2 in each of our deployment zones, and then 2 in the center. Is it hold 1, hold 2, or it is hold 1, hold 2, hold more. So you score 5 points. Additional 5 points, and additional 5 points at the end of your turn, starting in turn number 2. We also have our 3 secondaries that we have chosen. So I have chosen Pierce the Veil, Retrieve Octarius Data, and Brute Swarm, which is a new one from the Genestealer Cult book. Essentially, at the end of my turn, I score 1 point if I have more models in my deployment zone than my opponent has in my deployment zone. I score 1 point if I have more models not in any deployment zone at the end of my turn than my opponent has not in any deployment zone. And I score 1 point if I have more models in my opponent's deployment zone than he has in his deployment zone. On top of that, if I get all 3 of those in a turn, I score an additional point. So a maximum of 4 points if I can pull that off per turn. So up to 15 points, obviously, as it goes. My opponent has chosen Assassination because I've got a lot of characters. Grind Them Down because I got a lot of units. And also Stand Vigil, which is one of the new ones from the Adeptus Custodes book. Essentially, he scores 3 points per turn if he controls more objectives not in any deployment zone than I control not in any deployment zone. So essentially, since there are 2 in the middle there, he figures as long as he holds 1 and can keep me off the other, he'll be scoring those points pretty well, which is a fair call. My guys are not good at just standing there and holding things. They're kind of squishy. So a little less squishy, but still pretty squishy. So, so that is going to be the story. That is the mission. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the 2 armies that are going to be fighting it out. So for the Genestealer Cult, I'll be running a battalion detachment. Leading off that detachment, we have a Patriarch, a Magos, and a Primus. We have 5 squads of Acolyte Hybrids, 2 15-man squads, 1 with 5 Rock Saws and an Icon, and 1 with 4 Rock Cutters and an Icon. We have 2 5-man with Hand Flamers, and 1 Bare Bones 5-man squad. We have a 10-man Neophyte Hybrid squad with 2 mining lasers. We have a Biophagus. We have a Sanctus. We have an Abominant. We have a Kellermorph and a Nexos. We have 2 squads of Aberrants, 1 10-man and 1 5-man. We have 1 4-man squad of Adelan Jackals. And last but not least, we have a 10-man Pure Strain squad. So for the Adeptus Custodes, he will be running a battalion detachment. Leading it off, we have Trajan Valoris. We have Alea. And we have a shield captain. We have a 5-man squad of Sagittarium Guard. We have 3 3-man Custodian Guard squads. We have 1 unit of 3 Veritas Praetors. We have a 6-man squad of Alaris Terminators. And last but not least, we have a Telemon. All right, so those are the armies going over deployment. I just have a bunch of blips, so I got nothing really to show you yet. It basically works the same way that it did in the previous edition, that I will reveal these blips at the either before in my command phase, in my first command phase if I go first, or at the end of my opponent's movement phase if he goes first, and he can't get within 9 inches of them. Same thing as always, all that fun shenanigans of being a Genestealer Cult. Going over deployment though, for the Adeptus Custodes, he's got his bikers over here on the flank, along with a squad of the guard over here, as well as his shield captain behind them, buffing them. We've got another custodian guard squad here in the middle, ready to move up into the center of the battlefield. Over on this flank, we've got a whole bunch of stuff. So we've got Big Daddy T over here, his Telemon. We've got Trajan Valoris. We've got the Sagittarium Guard. We've got Alea, and we have another squad of Custodian Guard. His Terminators are going to be in Deep Strike. What is it? Upon Golden Light or something they call it?
Yeah.
Yeah. When they come down, whatever. You know what I mean. Yeah, he gets it. He gets it. Yeah, so that's what that is going to be deployment. So we will now roll off to see who will have first turn. I rolled a 4, my opponent rolled a 1, so it will be Genestealer Cult turn here on turn number 1. All right, so here is basically the Genestealer Cult deployment. I've got my bikers back over here, along with my neophytes. I've got my Sanctus up in the tower over here, Patriarch, Pure Strains, Nexos, and Primus over on this side. We've got 5-man Acolyte squad, and then 5-man Aberrant squad. Everything else is underground, or I did give one of my units an upgrade. I gave them the, one second if I can find it. I gave the 15-man with the rock saws from every angle, which essentially allows me to put them into strategic reserves at the beginning of the first battle round. So that's what I've done. And they can come in. When you determine if they're coming in from strategic reserves, you count the turn as being 1 more. So essentially, it specifically says that'll allow them to come in on turn 1, which is pretty spicy and should be a lot of fun. So we'll be seeing that in a little bit. But that is basically the second deployment. I'll come back to you after the movement phase. Movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 1. My Neophyte stayed still back over here on the objective. My Sanctus stayed up here, also staying still. My Nexos and my Primus stayed still back here. During the command phase, my Nexos actually gave a marker to Alea back over here, because he can choose to give a crossfire marker to a model. So he did that. This Acolyte squad stayed back here on the objective. And then these Aberrants advanced. Because I am Twisted Helix, I get +1 to my movement, which makes them move 7. And they rolled a 6, so they got to move 13 inches up the table over here, which is pretty good. My Adelaide Jackals advanced as well. They only rolled a 1, though, so they moved their 16 inches, because they got +1 for the Twisted Helix. My Pure Strains over here, I actually spend 1 CP on Rapid Advance, which allows them to just automatically go 6 on their advance, +1 to their movement, which is 15 inches up the board over here, looking to make the charge off over here. Patriarch rolled a 5 on his, so he also went up 14 inches back over on this side. And then the one squad over here, I spent the points to give them a trap. Is it a trap sprung? I can't remember. It's going to be the one that basically allows them to go into reserves, and allowed them to essentially, what is that? That's from every angle. Sorry, from every angle. And essentially, it allows them to go into strategic reserves, and then you treat them when they come in from strategic reserves. If the turn is 1 more, and it specifically says they come in from on turn 1. So they are over here within 6 inches of the table edge, not in my opponent's deployment zone, and more than 9 inches away, because it's strategic reserve. So underground, when they come, when all my other guys come up from underground, they will be able to get within just outside of 8 inches, but they have to stay outside of 9 inches of their guy over there because of because of them coming out of strategic reserves as opposed to coming from the underground. But that's still pretty cool that they've got a 9-inch charge here on turn 1 into them as a pretty beefed up squad over here. So should be pretty fun. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, into the psychic phase here. My Patriarch is going to cast Might from Beyond onto my Pure Strains over here, which will give them +1 attack. Because I'm within 18 inches of Alea, she has, what is it, the Psychic Bane or something like that? Essentially, it's -1 to my casting here. So I'm actually going to need a 7 on the dice for this to go off. It does not go off on a 4. Wouldn't have gone off even if it was regular. And then he's going to cast Mass Hypnosis. You know what? I'm going to spend a CP to reroll that. Yeah, I'm going to spend a CP to reroll that. Do get it with the 7. So there we go. That does go off. Might from Beyond. So they will have +1 attack, which is pretty good. And then he is going to put Mass Hypnosis onto the that guard squad over there. Needing an 8 on this one because of the -1. Does not go off with a 5. So, oh, 1 second. All right, so my opponent actually is going to spend 1 CP on Empiric Severance because I kept going. He was going to use this for this Mass Hypnosis for the Might from Beyond because +1 attack on those guys is pretty brutal. So he is actually going to use 1 CP on Empiric Severance, which will allow him on a 4+ to deny because he's within 18 inches of Alea over there. And that will be denied, so no Might from Beyond for me. All right, so into the shooting phase, my Sanctus is going to fire into Alea back there. She has the crossfire marker because of the Nexus, and she is treated as exposed because of his sniper ability. So I'm going to get +1 to wound here. His sniper rifle automatically hits. His shots automatically hit, and he ignores cover. And I gave him the relic one, so it's going to be strength 5, AP -3, 3 damage, and on a 4+, it does a mortal wound in addition. So she is tough 3, strength 5, so looking for would-be 3s to wound, 2s to wound because of the exposed. That is a good thing that she is exposed there. So that is going to be a wound. No mortal wound in addition. So it's AP -3, but she does have an invul save. 5 up. And he makes it, so she is good to go. All right, so now this squad over here, 5 have auto pistols that are within range of them. May as well just roll your dice. So that is going to be 3 hits. Strength 3, looking for 5s to wound. Do get 2 wounds. 2 up saves. They're good. All right, so into the charge phase. To start it off, my opponent is going to use Tanglefoot Grenade, which is a 1 CP. Essentially, he will roll a D6, targeting my Pure Strains over here, and I will minus this number from my dice roll for the charge here. So to a minimum of 0, it even says. So D6, 4. So it's -4. I need an 8-inch charge to get in, so I'm going to have to roll 12. A double 6 to get them in. Whew, pretty crazy. So pretty good there. So we'll come back to you with more of the charges. All right, so now into the charge phase. My guys over here are going to declare the charge against his Sagittarian Guard over here. My opponent's going to spend 1 CP to Overwatch. He's going to set to defend, so he's going to be Overwatching on 5s here. He's got the combi, so they're going to fire both of them in over here. Rerolling 1s because of Trajan. So hitting on 5s, rerolling any 1s. There are no 1s, but a couple of 5s and 6s. All right, so these are strength, what are they? They're all strength 5, so all wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s. So that's going to be all wounds.
Those are -3 and those are -1.
Those are -3, those are -1. So I can't do anything about the -3s, but the 2 -1s, I can get 6 up saves on them. Make 1 of them, fail 1 of them. So 3 will be dead. All right, so I need a 9-inch charge to get in over here. That one's cocked. No, not going to make it. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll that. And I do with a double 6. That's what I needed over there, but I'll take it. Woo! All right, I placed him over here kind of in a weird situation, but I wanted to keep his characters from being able to heroically intervene. So Alea more than 3 inches away from, and more than 6 inches from Trajan Valoris, because he is just like that. All right, so now my Pure Strains are going to charge into his guard over here. They're going to need a 12-inch charge to get in over here, so I need the double 6s. Oh, buddy, here we go. You can do this, boys. You can do this. You already did it once. You can do it again, right? Show me them fill faces. No, not good. Not even close. They wouldn't have even made it even if they didn't have Tanglefoot Grenade. All right. Yeah, because I already spent the CP. Oh, maybe the Patriarch. Let's ones. And my Patriarch he's going to be a brave boy, and he's going to charge on in here. I need a 9-inch charge to get in with him. He won't make it either. So not some great charges, but that's fine. We'll take it. All right, we'll come back to you with the fight phase. All right, so I've piled in over here. My opponent has spent 1 CP on Creeping Dread, which essentially, because she is Anathema Psychana, infantry, she can... it means that they're -1 to hit for the attack, because it's within, what is it, within 6 or something? 6 within 6 inches, yeah. So they're going to be -1 to hit. So we're going to go with the Rock Saws first. We've got 5 guys with rock saws there, so that's going to be 10 attacks from them. These would be hitting on 3s, but now are going to be hitting on 4s because of the creeping dread. Made a difference. No, it didn't. Actually, it did. It made one. By 1, but that's still fine. These are going to be strength 8, so looking for 3s to wound. Okay, that's going to be 3 wounds at AP minus 4.
4 up invul.
4 up invul saves. Failed 1, so that's going to be 2 damage onto one of them. And now the knives and cult knives and claws attacks from everyone else. There's going to be 22 attacks in there because they got +1 attack with them. The leader has an extra attack in there. And he killed 3 on the Overwatch. So these are going to be hitting on 4s because of creeping dread. Back to that. And then they are strength 5 because of being twisted helix, so wounding on 4s. Oh boy. All right, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. AP minus, was it AP minus 1? Or AP minus 2, 1 damage. So 4 ups. Failing 3 of them, so they're 1 damage apiece. So that's going to kill the guy that was on 1 wound and then put 2 wounds onto another. And now these guys are going to attack back over here. They all have Misericordias, so they got extra attacks. So hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s for Trajan, right?
Should be hitting on 2s.
Oh, hitting on 2s. I'm sorry. No, hitting on 2s. Yeah. My bad. Okay, still going to be 1 miss there. And then these are going to be strength 5, so 3s to wound. All right, we'll come back to it. Ooh, 1's for Trajan. All right, we'll come back to that. All right, the Misericordias are AP minus 2, which means I do not get a save. So that is pretty brutal. So that squad is just wiped because that's 13 wounds that got in over there. Yowza. All right, well, that was brutal. So that is going to be it for the Genestealer Cult turn here. I do get 2 points because I have more models in the middle ground and I have more in my deployment zone, scoring me 2 points for Broodmind. And that is going to be it. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Adeptus Custodes here on turn 1. All right, so movement phase for the Adeptus Custodes here on turn number 1. These guys kind of shuffled. They didn't really move much, right?
No, they just moved.
Yeah. Oh, they did move? They moved?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they moved over here. Oh, I guess they were further back. Okay, so they moved up over here. Oh, that's right. The bikes were over here. I'm sorry. Anyway, these guys moved up over this way, looking at my aberrants to try to head them off when they come on over here. This squad up here moved up onto the objective and advanced up onto the objective over here. These bikes over here, and during the command phase, my opponent spent a CP to, what's the it called?
So the CP for that one was Esteemed Amalgam.
Esteemed Amalgam, because they are the Emperor's chosen. It allows them to act as if they were in a different shield host. So they put them into the Solar Watch.
Yep.
So they will now benefit from the Solar Watch fighting styles, which is kind of cool. Mm-hmm. He also spent a CP to allow them to benefit from both stances of the kata that he is currently in.
That was just a shield captain.
Oh, shield captain's ability allowed them to benefit from both of those.
Yep.
These got his Big Daddy T over here moved up over this way. This squad up here moved up over here, and that he spent a CP martial discretion to allow them to do a different martial kata than the army is in currently. So he's going to be doing the Dakatari onto them over there. Stance number 2, if you want to be specific, which we will. Alea moved up over this way.
It's too much.
It's too much. She moved up over this way, as did Trajan Valoris over on this side. And these guys just kind of shuffled around over here, staying where they were on that objective to hold it. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with no psychic phase, so we'll just come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so we're going to start with his bikes over here. So they, because they went into the Solar Watch, they got +1 inch to their advance, and because they were bikes, they got auto advanced 7 inches now because of that +1 there. Because of the kata that he is currently in, the stance of the kata, the Callistus, it allows him to, even though he advanced, still shoot as though they had remained stationary. So they're going to be putting all of their shots, I imagine, into the pure strains over here. Am I correct? Mm-hmm. These are going to be coming in over here. So these are going to be hitting on 2s because it's as though they remained stationary.
3 rapid fire 6s.
3 rapid fire 6s. So here we go. Hitting on 2s. And then wounding on 4s because it's tough 4, strength 4. All right, so that's 13 wounds into my pure strains over here. I will have 4 up invul saves with them now. All right, pretty good there. I failed 4 of them, so 4 of them will be dead. And now his Custodian Guard there are going to fire into my Pure Strains over here. So he's going to have
2 Guardian Spears.
2 Guardian Spears and one of the swords.
The sword.
So these are going to be hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s because of Trajan, but no need there. Strength.
It is strength 4 all around.
4 all around, so 4s to wound. That is going to be all but 1 wound there, so that's going to be 5 wounds. 4 up invul save, and they've only got the 1 damage apiece, so making 3 of those, so 2 more are dead. And now Trajan is going to fire into my Pure Strains. Does not get his own reroll anymore.
Actually,
oh, 1 second. Never mind, his Warlord trait gives him a reroll there, so that's going to be 2 hits. These are strength 5, so 3s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2 wounds over there. 4 up invul saves, making 1 of them. And now big bad Daddy T over there is going to fire everything except the bolt launchers into my bikes, and then he's going to put the bolt launchers into my Pure Strains over there. So this is the bolt launchers. Okay, 1 miss there, and these are going to be strength 5, so 3s to wound. That is going to be 3 wounds. 4 up invul saves, making only 1 of them. And now the rest of the attacks into my Adelan Jackals over there. They're -1 to hit. So we're going to go with the, what is this? The
Elastus Accelerator.
Elastus Accelerator Culverin. So it's going to be hitting on 3s. There you go. Made a big difference. No, 2 does not wound because of Twisted Helix. 1 and 2s do not wound. All right, so they're good. Plasma Projector. 2d3 shots. That's going to be 1, 2, 3 shots.
And
-1 to hit. Auto wounds, but I have to...
Auto hits.
Oh, auto hits. Okay. So these are now wounding on, what's the strength?
Strength 6.
6. So that is going to be 3 wounds. AP?
-2.
-2. Might go straight. All right, they've actually got a 4-up save, so that's going to be looking for 6s. Fill faces. I do get 1. So 2 go through. What's the damage?
Damage 1.
Damage 1, so that's going to kill 1 guy. Sagittarian Guard are now going to shoot into my bikers over here, hitting on 3s because of the -1 to hit. Oh, made 2 difference there, yeah. And then these are going to be strength 5, so looking for 3s to wound. That one's cocked there. Reroll 1s because of Trajan. All right, reroll 1s for Trajan. All righty, and there's a 2 there, so that's going to be 8 wounds. 8 -1, so these are looking for 5-up saves. Making 3 of them. What's the damage on these?
2 each.
Oh, 2 each. Okay, so that's going to kill this one. That'll be it for shooting. So into the charge phase, the Custodian Guards are going to charge into both these units over here. Going to make it with a 7.
I don't even know what
Telemon is going to charge into my Pure Strain over here. Will not make it on a 4. Rerolling charge rolls because of Eternal Penitent. Oh, we'll make it with an 11 for sure. Alea is now going to charge into my Patriarch. She will be in with a 9. And as will Trajan. We'll make it with a 9. All right, so starting out the fight phase, Trajan Valoris is going to attack into my Patriarch over here. So he is going to be hitting on 2s. And then the Misericordia will be the small one. All right, reroll 1 because of itself. All right, so that's going to be all hits. These are strength 10. He is tough 6 because I gave him... whatchamacallit? What's the thing called? Biomorph Adaptation as his Warlord trait. So these are going to be looking for 3s to wound. Reroll 1 wound because of Emperor's Chosen. Okay, cool. Not meant to be. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 4 and a different one.
-3 flat 3, -2 1.
All right, -3 flat 3, -2 1. So we'll do the -3 flat 3, 4-up invul save onto him over here. Okay, that's going to be
6 damage.
6 damage. He would be dead. I'm going to spend or not dead. He has 7 wounds now, which is pretty nice. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll 1 into a fill face. So that's good. So he's going to have 3, and then a -2. So still a 4-up invul save. No, so that's going to be flat 2. So that's going to be a total of, yeah, good thing I re-rolled it because that's going to be a total of 5 damage. So he's still alive with 2 wounds left. All right, so I'm going to spend 2 CP to interrupt over here with my Patriarch, and he's going to put all his attacks into Trajan Valoris over there. My opponent had spent 1 CP on Creeping Dread to make him -1 to hit, but I am Biomorph Adaptation and Twisted Helix, so I'm going to have 7 attacks hitting on 3s, and then wounding on 3s because of Strength 6 into his Tough 5. Re-rolling the wound rolls. So here we go. Looking for 3s to hit. Okay. Oh, all but 1 hit. It did make a difference. These are now going to be wounding on 3s. Re-rolling. Alrighty. Re-rolling.
Good thing you got
Oh, good thing it's a re-roll of the monstrous rending claws. Made a difference. So that's going to be 5 wounds over there. None of them are 6s, so they're all going to be AP minus 3, 2 damage flat. So you have 4 up invul saves. Failing 3 of them, so that's going to be 6 damage. And then you have a 5 up feel no pain, correct?
Yeah.
1 second.
Maybe.
All right, so my opponent is going to spend a CP to re-roll one of those. Does make it, so he's going to have 2 that go through.
I'll
and
keep his ability.
Just going to keep it for now? Okay. So he will take 4 damage, so 5 up, feel no pains. Making 3 of those, so he takes 1 damage. Oof! Oof! All right, so now Alea is going to attack into my Patriarch over here. She is going to have 5 attacks, was it, right? Hitting on 2s. She has a Misericordia as well?
Yeah.
All right. And Trajan's reroll is just core?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then strength 6, toughness 6 because of his warlord trait. So 4s to wound. That is going to be 2 wounds.
Minus 3.
Minus 3, so looking for 4 up invul saves. Making 1, failing the other. What's the damage?
2.
2 damage, so that is enough to kill him.
Hey.
And now Big Daddy T over here is going to punch that Genestealer in the face. 2s to hit. That's going to be everything.
And 2s.
3s because of Twisted Helix, but still making it all there. So it's going to be 6. 4 up invul saves. I mean, all of them, or he's dead. Oh, look, he's dead. All right, so that's going to be it for the Adeptus Custodes turn here on turn 1. Pretty effective. He's killed a whole lot of my stuff here. So we will then come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Genestealer Cult. This squad back over here stayed where they were back on the objective. These guys stayed where they were. The Nexos and the Primus in conjunction with each other have given them all of their abilities, given him all the abilities of the Primus, and they've given a crossfire marker to the Big Daddy T over here. I've got my my Sanctus stayed still where he was, and then we had some. Oh no. And then this unit over here moved up the 7 inches for their base movement over here. Then out of reserves, in came this squad over here, 8 inches away from them. Over here, these squads dropped in over here, and then the Hand Flamer squad is going to be retrieving Noctaria's data in this corner back over here. Then this squad, this guy over here, the Kellamorph over here, dropped down over here outside of 6 inches of him. So that means he can't charge, but he can still shoot, which is pretty good. This squad dropped in over here so that they can provide exposing cover line to the Telemon, to that squad of neophytes back over here. And then over on this side, my Abominant and my Aberrants both dropped in outside of 8 inches of this squad back over here. So we'll see how it goes. These guys have a trap sprung, which allows them to roll 3d6 on their charge, dropping the lowest. And we'll see how that goes. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. And now over here, we're going to go with Pierce the Veil with my Magos. Looking for 4. That will go off on a 6, and he is too far away to do all of his shenanigans. I stayed far away from the blank.
He does have a
all right, so we are going to start off with my neophytes over here. They are going to fire into his Telemon Dreadnought over here. They do get the exposed because of the crossfire units beside either side that you have to draw the line through. I also have been able to. I spent 1 CP on overload fuel cells on their guns here, so they're going to be, the mine lasers are going to be +1 to the damage, but any 1s to hit do a mortal wound to my unit. My opponent has spent the Emperor's Auspice, which means that I cannot re-roll anything against him over there. So it will just be, instead of getting the re-rolling 1s to hit and wound that I got from the Primus, I'll get none of that. So it'll be just straight up +1 to hit because he has the marker on him, and then +1 to wound because he is exposed. So here we go. 2 shots hitting on 4s because they did move with a heavy weapon. Okay, that's going to be 2 hits. Pretty good. Wounding on 3s, strength 9. That's going to be 1 wound. I could have re-rolled that if you hadn't spent that, but it's okay.
4+.
So 4+ invul save. Oh, and he makes it. And then my Sanctus will try to shoot at Alea again. It's going to be an auto hit. She doesn't have the marker on it, so I mean the +1 to hit doesn't make a difference, but she is treated as exposed, so she will be +1 to wound here. So it's going to be hitting, is auto hit, so then it's wounding on a 2 because it would be a 3, tough 3, strength 5 because of the thing. Oh, not on that 1. All right, well, So then this squad over here is going to put their hand flamers into his Sagittarian guard over there. So that's going to be 10, 15, 23 hits, which is pretty good. All right, so 23 hits into them over there. These are going to be looking for 5s to wound, strength 3, tough 5. Come back to you with those. All right, 6 2-ups. Failed 1, which is statistically average. Killed the 1 guy. We have 10 pistol shots from here into this squad over there. Hitting on 4s. There's going to be 2 wounds there. 2 2-ups. Makes him a... Okay. All right, my Kilomorph is now going to fire into his shield captain over here. I did give him the relic Worm's Tooth. I think it was Worm's Tooth rounds, which essentially become heavy 1, AP -3, flat 3 damage. So I'm going to be shooting into there. He's -1 to hit, but also it's heavy and it moved, so I'm going to be -1 to hit anyway. So it's hitting on 3s. All right, so -1 made a difference. And then I get 2 more shots because of his abilities. Okay, so that's going to be 3 hits.
She's breaking even.
Exactly, strength 6. These are going to be wounding on 3s. That's going to be 2 wounds at AP -3. Are you going to pop your 3-up invul?
I will.
All right, so once per game, he can pop a 3-up invul on this guy.
With Eagle's Eye.
With Eagle's Eye. So he's going to have 2 3-up invul saves. Making 1, failing 1, so he'll take 3 flat damage. Feeling the pain for superior creation. Making 2 of them, so he's going to take 1 damage. And then once he shoots, he can actually move again, so he's going to move over here to protection of these guys. So that's going to be 7-inch move over this way because of Twisted Helix. All right, so at the beginning of my charge phase, my opponent's going to spend 1 CP on Tanglefoot Grenade for them into this squad over here.
D6.
D6. -5, which means I don't think they can make the charge. Oh, no, they can. No, 8 -5. They would need an 8-inch charge to get in there. Yeah, no, they can't make it in. Okay. Because that means 13-inch charge. So yeah, they're not going to be able to make it in. All right, fair enough. All right, so we're going to start over here with my 10-man Aberrant squad charging into his squad back over here. I have a 3d6 charge the first time they come in here, -1. Drop the lowest die here. So, but they need an 8-inch charge to get in. And they will with that. So there we go. And then the Abominant's going to charge in as well. 8-inch charge. He will not make it with a 6. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll that. Ooh. And he makes it with a 9. And then a 5-inch charge over here into them. That will get in. 7. All right, so we're going to start over here. This squad of 5 is going to attack into his 3-man squad over here. They're going to have 10 attacks between them over there with their heavy weapons. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Okay, that's 2 there. My opponent has spent 1 CP on Arcane Genetic Alchemy here, so I can only wound on 4 pluses. Made a big difference there. So if you could fail all of your invul saves, that would be great. I guess it made a single difference. I just rolled poorly.
It would have been different with the 2.
Yeah, but if you had it, yes, for sure. So that's going to be 3. These are going to be wounding on...
you said -2?
AP -2.
I get +1 for the shield.
That's true.
So...
You want to do 3-ups on him? Until it goes, so 3-up on him. Okay, he's dead because it's 3 damage flat. And then we've got... Whoop.
And then I need 4s.
Yeah. And my opponent's going to spend a CP. Trajan gave it back to him, but he's going to see if he can reroll and save him. Does make it with the... Oh, no, because it's 4-up, right? No, 3-up armor save. That's right, 3-up armor save. That's right. Now he's dead.
Now he's dead.
And then the last one...
4-up.
4-up. No. So it did save 1 guy's life, though, so there's going to be 2 that are dead there. My opponent's going to spend 1 CP to interrupt because he's within range of the objective over here with them. Indomitable, what is it? Guardians, so allows them to interrupt here. So he's going to put all of his attacks into my Abominant over there. Hitting on 2s. Alrighty. And then these are going to be strength...
5.
5, so 4s to wound. Alrighty. So that is going to be...
6.
5, right? Because that's a 1 there?
That one got knocked.
Oh, did it get knocked? Okay, so that's going to be 6 here. AP minus
2.
AP minus 2, which I think just goes straight through.
And it's 1 damage each.
1 damage each. So it's going to be 6, 5 up, feel no pains. Making 1, 2, 3 of those, so he takes 3 damage. All right, so now my aberrants over here are going to attack into them. They're going to have 2 attacks each for the regular guys. We'll get back to the hypermorph in a second. So it's going to be 18 attacks from the other 9 guys. These are going to be hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of the abominant. Re-rolling because of the abominant. Okay, didn't scream loud enough. These are now going to be strength. Looking for 3s to wound. Yeah, strength 9, so 3s to wound. Alrighty. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 wounds at AP minus 2. So it's 11 4-up saves.
Yep.
And each one will kill a guy. 2, oh, just enough to kill him. And that is the squad wiped. Which is important because this squad... Oh, no, you didn't do that. No, never mind. Nah, it doesn't matter over there. Never mind. There was something when he was talking about a different...
I didn't do that.
He was. There's another secondary that he could have chosen the most expensive unit. And then that unit, if they kill anything, they have -1. So that's what I was thinking. But yeah, it doesn't matter here. It's all good. And that's going to be it for the Genestealer Cult turn here. I did get my second rod, getting me 4 points there. I also, because these guys had done the rod the first turn, I think I forgot to mention that, but they did that. So that's going to be the second rod. I also have the first Pierce the Veil, which doesn't matter for now for points. But I also got 4 points for Brood Mind, or Brood Swarm, because I have more in my deployment zone. Because of this one squad over here, I think I have more models in them than his entire army left. So they're going to get him to get the one for the middle, and then I have more in his deployment zone as well. So that got me the 3 plus the 1 additional for having all 3. So 4 points for the Brood Swarm, which is pretty good. So that's going to be it for the Genestealer Cult turn here on turn 2. We'll come back to you after a movement phase for the Adeptus Custodes here on turn 3. Turn 2. Movement phase for the Adeptus Custodes here on turn number 2. Big Daddy T, the Telemon, has moved up over this way, looking at my poor neophytes that ain't done nothing wrong. His regular Custodian Guard have moved up over this way. And these guys are dropping in. I guess we'll show it now, but they technically dropped in at the end of the movement phase over here onto the objective, more than 9 inches away from all my different dude bros. These guys, the 2 characters, are moving up here, looking to take on my giant brick of aberrants over on this side. It should be noted that these aberrants, I gave Alchemist Supreme to my biophages, so they already have a 5+ feel no pain. Then over here, these Custodian Guards are moving up towards my block of Acolytes over on this side. He stayed in combat with my aberrants. The Shield Captain has decided to abandon him and move around over this side. And then these bikers moved around over this side as well. So pretty brutal stuff. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, the bikers over here are going to start us off in the shooting phase, firing into my hand flamer dude bros over on this side. One of the guys is within 12. He put them into the
Dread Host fighting
style, which means that within 9 inches they get an additional AP when shooting. One of the guys is within 9 inches. It doesn't say it's each model
unit
within it. So it's a unit. So the bigger dice is going to be him. He's going to be AP -1. Everything else is AP 0. Hitting on 2s.
We're gonna
and then these are going to be re-rolling 1s because of the Shield Captain. All right, that's going to be 2 misses there. And now these are going to be wounding on 4, strength 4, toughness 4. All right, so we have 7 AP -1 wounds and 8 AP nothing wounds. So 7 AP -1 wounds. Looking for 6 ups, making 3 of them. So that's still going to be 4. So it's going to be 4 dead, which leaves 1 guy left who now has 5 up saves.
Tank him.
No, he did. And then the Shield Captain is going to fire into my Magus back over here. That's going to be 2 hits.
Strength 4.
Strength 4, so no wounds. And then these guys over here are going to fire into these guys with the Guardian Spear and the 2 spears and a pistol. Hitting on 2s. 2 spears, 1 sword. These are now going to be strength 5.
All strength 4.
All strength 4, so 4s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2, 3. AP.
That's AP -1.
All AP -1. So we're looking for 6 ups. making 1 fill face, so 2 dead. And now his Terminators over here are going to fire into my aberrants over on this side. So we're going to go with the grenade launchers first. So these are D3 shots apiece. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 shots. Hitting on 2s. Okay, not in range over there. Nope. These are strength what?
Strength 5 minus 3, 1 damage.
Strength 5. Ooh, they are tough 5 now. So these are going to be looking for 4s to wound. All right, pretty good there. These are AP minus what?
3. AP
minus 3.
1 damage.
1 damage apiece. AP minus 3. Yep, that's going to go through for any of them. So it's going to be 1 damage apiece. So 7, you said?
Yep.
All right, so we got 7, 5 up, feel no pains because of their genome enhancement. Making 2 of them, so that's going to be 1 dead and 1 on 1 wound because they got 3 wounds left, 3 wounds apiece now. And now here come their, these are the
Guardian Spears and the one
Guardian Spears and the one that has the Castellan Axe. Okay, ooh, a lot of ones there. Wow, a lot of ones there. Wow, okay, 4 hits.
I don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah, that's true. And then these are strength.
It's strength 4.
Strength 4, so 5s to wound. Nothing. No, nothing there. Okay. Now Trajan's going to fire. That's going to be 2 hits. Strength
5.
Strength 5, so 4s to wound. Getting 2 wounds over there. AP is what? 1 second. All right, so it's minus 1, 2 damage. So we're going to go with the one guy that's out of cover there, looking for a 6, fill face. Does get the fill face. Does not on that one, so it's 1 damage, 5 up, feel no pain. No, so he's dead.
Okay.
So now over here, his Custodian Guard are going to fire into my Neophytes over on this side. Hitting on 2s. And then wounding on, they're tough 3, so it would be 3s to wound here.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 1, 2, 2, 3. AP.
Minus 1.
Minus 1, plus 1 because they are in cover over here. Making 2 of them, 1 will be dead. Telemon here is going to fire everything into my Neophytes.
This will be the bolt launcher and the accelerator.
Accelerator is going to be the big ones, big dice. The bolt launcher going to be the small dice. Hitting on 2s. All right, strength
7 and then 5.
7 and 5. So it's actually going to be 3s for everything.
3s all around.
3s all around because of the twisted helix. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3.
Minus 3 and minus 1.
Minus 3 and minus 1. So the minus 3s are just going to go straight through. And then the minus 1, I'm looking for a 5 up save. No, don't make that. So 3 are dead. And then the plasma projector, 2d3 shots. So that's going to be 3 shots. 3 hits because they're auto hits. Strength 6. So 3s to wound, but that's going to be all 3. AP
minus 2.
Minus 2 plus 1. So looking for 6s. Fill faces! No fill face. All right, so into the charge phase. His shield captain is going to charge into my megas over here. He's a 7-inch charge. Does get it with a 9. And then these guys are going to charge into my Kellermorph. I'm going to spend a CP to Overwatch here. So hitting on, these are the relic ones, so hitting on 6s, looking for fill faces. Not getting anything. So their charge distance, 7 inches should get him. And Alea is going to charge into my Aberrants. She's going to get in. Trajan will charge as well. 6 inches. And then they will be charging in as well. 9-inch charge into my Aberrants. No, not going to make it with that. Spend a CP to reroll it. So he's out of CP now. Oh, and he does get it. That was huge. Telemon's going to charge into my Sanctus over here. He's in. And then these guys over here are going to charge. They're in. All right, so now his Terminators are going to attack into my Aberrants. I did spend 2 CP on Monstrous Vigor, which is essentially transhuman. So 1, 2, and 3. Even though I got a mini transhuman with Twisted Helix, I did want it to get it to the 3, so he's going to be wounding on 4s with all these. So these are going to be, the 1 axe is going to be the big die, and the small dice are going to be all the other spears on them. So hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s for Trajan. Okay, all but 2. 3. So there you go. And these are now going to be looking for 4s to wound because of Monstrous Vigor. Get all those dice in there. So I should also mention that he used the second, he's in the Kata Which one is it? Kata?
Stance 2 for Decticari.
Decticari stance 2, so he's going to be reducing the damage by 1, but increasing the number of attacks. That's why he has all those attacks there. They're all going to be damage 1, because it doesn't matter. Yeah, damage 2 on these guys doesn't make a difference, so he reduce it by 1 anyway. So these are all going to be wounding on 4s because of monstrous vigor.
And I'll reroll 1s for
rerolling 1s for Trajan. All right, there were seven 3s, which is good. So that's what that prevented there. So there's going to be 13 wounds that got through there. These are looking for 5 up, feel no pains because of their genomic enhancement. Making 1, 2, 3 of them. So it's going to be 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead, and 1 with 2 wounds left. And he actually can reroll 1 wound roll because of his the thing. So it does you a wound.
1 more.
But I make the feel no pain. Woo! And now, I'm going to spend 2 CP and interrupt with these aberrants over on this side. So 4 of them are going to go into Trajan over here, who is now based so that he can't pile into my into the objective over there. And then the other one that can't attack in is going to go into Alea. So we're going to go into Trajan over here. So we're going to have 6 attacks with the 3 regular ones. These are going to be hitting on 2s because they chose to... what is it? Hold steady. Re-rolling because of the abominate, thankfully. Okay. 5 hits. These are going to be strength plus
Strength 8, right?
Strength 8, which becomes strength 8, strength 9. He's toughness 5. Yeah. Oh, I guess I could have popped the thing. Yeah, it's fine. 3s to wound. Okay, would have made a difference there. So it's going to be 3 wounds that go in there. AP minus 3. So he's going to have 4 up invul saves. Make failing 2, so that's going to be 6 damage into him over there.
Take it.
All right, feel no pains. Ignores 2 of them, so he takes 4 damage. And then the hypermorph is going to go in there with the heavy improvised weapon, so he's going to have 3 attacks, hitting on 2s again. It's going to be all hits. 3s to wound. That is going to be 3 wounds, AP minus 1, so he's got 3 up saves. Failing 2 of them, so that's going to be 4 damage. So he's going to use the moment shackle to reduce that to the first one to 0, and then he's got 2 damage, so feel no pains. Feels just 1 of them. And then the hypermorph tail, that's going to be a hit. That is a wound, AP minus 1, 3 up save. He's good. And then the other aberrant into a lay over there, 2 attacks. Re-rolling because of the abominant over there. That's going to be 2 hits. Wounding on 2s. That is going to be 2 wounds. AP minus 3. Her invul save.
5 ups.
5 ups. No, that's going to be 6 damage. So
she's dead.
She is straight
has
dead.
An innate ability to fight on death.
Okay, so she can just fight on death even though she just died there. So we'll get back to her. And now she gets to attack because of her innate ability that she has there. These are going to be hitting on 2s, is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
3 misses, fair enough. And then strength 6. So 4s to wound because of
and that one was on a 5.
That one was on a 5, so that's going to be 2 wounds over there. AP on all these?
Minus 3 and then minus 2.
Minus 3 and minus 2, so those are both going to go straight through. And what's the damage?
Treated as 1 damage each.
1 damage each. So 5 up, feel no pains. Failing both of those. Oh. And now Trajan's going to attack in over here. Hitting on 2s, wounding on 4s.
Oh yeah, because that's 6.
Yeah. All right, so that's going to be 3 wounds. 4s, yep, 3 wounds. What's the AP on all these?
Minus 3, 3 damage. Minus 2, 1 damage.
Minus 2, 1 damage. So the 3 becomes 2 damage each, but so that's going to be, we got to do it one at a time here. So we'll do the 2 damage ones here. So our 3 damage becomes 2 damage. So the first one, ignore nothing. So he's got 1 wound left. That's going to be a dead guy. And then 1 damage on this one. He's going to feel that one. So 1 guy is dead. And the other one is down to 2 wounds. All right. And now the Telemon is going to attack into my Sanctus over here. So he's going to have 6 attacks hitting on 3s because he's minus 1 to hit. Okay, missed 1 there. These are now going to be squishing on, 3s because of the twisted helix. So it's going to be 3 wounds there.
4 damage each.
4 damage each. So it's a 5 up, feel no pain. I think I need to make all of these. Yeah, 4 wounds each. So I've got to make every single one of these 5 up invul saves for him to live. And I don't. So I didn't make any of them. So he's totally squished. And over here, these guys are going to attack into my guys. They're going to be using the stance, so they're going to be -1 to -1 damage but +1 attack. So they don't really care. So hitting on 2s, and then wounding on 3s. Oh no, what's the strength?
So strength 7 on the spears and strength 6 on swords.
Okay, so yeah, all of them would be 3s to wound because they're tough 4. All right, and these are all AP
-3, -3.
-3. So that's going to go straight through. So that's going to be 9 total dead there. Oof. Now the Virtus Praetors are going into my Kellermorph. 2s to hit.
One's for the shield.
There one for the shield captain. There we go. These are now going to be looking for strength. What?
It's strength 7, but plus
7.
1 wound since I charged you, so 2s.
Oh, 2s to wound, yes.
Can't get better than 2s.
No, you cannot. So that's going to be 2 misses there.
What's your... You got
5 up invul, yeah.
Okay, yeah, invul. 4, 8, 10.
8, 10.
Because that's 18 minus.
Yes. So 10, 5 ups. No, I made 1. So he's definitely dead. And unfortunately, I don't have money. Or the money. I don't have CP to spend to shoot with him now that he's dead. And then into my Magus over here. That's going to be all but 1 hit. Right?
I'll use Emperor's Chosen to reroll.
Emperor's Chosen to reroll a single hit. All right, there we go.
And wounding you on 2s.
3s because he's...
He's T4?
Well, because he's Twisted Helix.
Oh, right, right. Cool.
Still doesn't make a difference. So that's going to be 5, AP -3. 3. I think he's just dead. I don't think he's an invul. Yep. Dead. Then we're going to go over here to my Aberrants attacking back over here. They're going to be hitting on 3s. Okie dokie. And then these are going to be wounding on 3s. That is going to be 3 wounds, sir. On your 4 up invul. No, he is dead. So my squad over here with the rock cutters are going to attack into him over there. There's going to be 8 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 4s because they're -1 to hit with the rock cutters. I did spend 1 CP on my last CP on overpowered fuel cells. So they're going to be wounding on 2s because they get +1 strength. Strength times 2, which gives them strength 8, +1 for Twisted Helix, +1 for the overpowered cells. So these are going to be hitting on 4s. Okay, so I kill one of them. And unfortunately, I only get 2 hits in there. Okay, not great. Wounding on 2s, though. That one's cocked. Okay. Wow. Okay. That's what happened. Okay. Fair enough. All right. Into the morale phase. These guys lost a lot, so we're down to 1. I need a 1 on this dice roll. No, that's going to run away. And then 2 1s and 2s. No, the other 2 will be fine. That's okay. Over here, they're going to run away. Oh, no, and the other 2 run away as well. Oh, that one hurts real bad. And then my Aberrants, that's going to fail. And then 1 will run away as well. So 1 will be alive, but that's going to be it. All right, so that is it for the Genestealer Cult turn. No, that was the Custodian's turn here on turn 2. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult on turn 3. Movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here. I am running out of units. So these guys moved around the corner here because they're afraid of getting shot at by that guy over there. These guys moved up here to get some bodies into the middle because I'm trying to figure out getting points for my secondary Brood Swarm. But they're still holding on to that objective over here. These guys fell back out of combat, and then the Biophagus is doing her action over there. They are going to get number 3, which is a 5-up Feeling of Pain. Not bad. I'll take that. These guys moved up here, probably going to make the charge over there. These guys moved over here to do retrieve Octarius data. He fell back out of combat, and then the Abominant is getting ready to charge into Trajan. And that is it. That's all I got left. So that's it for the movement phase. I don't have a psychic phase because he killed all my psychers, so we'll go into the shooting phase. 5 pistols here into the Custodian Guard. That is going to be 3 hits. That is going to be 2 wounds. Makes 2. All right, so into the charge phase. He is going to charge into Trajan. He's in. And now these guys are going to charge into his Virtus Praetors, and they're in. All right, so we're going to start over here with my Aberrants into his Virtus Praetors. We've got 10 attacks hitting on 3s. Okie dokie, not bad. These are going to be strength 9, so 3s to wound. All right, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds at AP minus 2. So 4 ups. Ooh, failing 3. So it's going to be 1 dead and 1 down to 2 wounds.
How many wounds is that each?
3 wounds apiece.
3? Okay. So yeah, that kills 1 and 1 down to
2 wounds. Yep.
Okay.
And then my Abominant into Trajan over here. 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s. I'm going to hold my reroll to the wounds because I wanted to go to him. These are going wounded on 2s. Okay, so that's going to be 2 wounds. 2 4-up invols. No, makes neither of them. That's going to be D3 plus 3 each. So that's going to be 3, 4, 10 damage total into him over here. He's got power sledgehammer, dog.
Here's 5.
5. No, he did. Because he's only got 2 wounds left. So Trajan Valoris is dead. And then these guys are going to attack back over here. Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s for the shield captain. Okay. These are strength
7.
7, so 3s to wound. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He was doing the second stance again, so that's why that is doing that. AP minus 3 of those goes straight through. Oh.
You got feel no pain on
do
them?
not have a feel no pain on
3 guys are dead. And you lost having more guys than me in my deployment.
Yeah, but at least I took the middle one. I was going to lose it anyway if I had stayed back here. So I lose 3 guys. All right, fair enough. All right, so that is going to be the end of the Genestealer Cult turn there. I do have a morale test to take over here. They are good to go with that one. So that is going to leave it there. I do have more in the middle, and I have more in my deployment zone. But he now has tied me with the number back here. So he's got 3 models. I've got 3 models along the back into his deployment zone. So that's going to leave me with 2 points for that. And I did my 3rd rod. So that's going to be it for the Genestealer turn here. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Adeptus Custodes here on turn 3. Movement phase for the Adeptus Custodes here on turn 3. This squad has moved up over this way towards these guys over on the corner over here. He has moved up along this way. He's got just line of sight onto my Primus over here. These jet bikes have fallen back over towards these guys over on this side, but they've been put into solar watch so that they can fall back and charge. So they're going to be looking for the charge there. Shield captain's looking to exterminate some foul mutants over on this side. And then this squad of guards has moved up this way towards these flamer bros. And then these guys are moving up here, taking down these 2 guys over on this side. So that's going to be it for the movement phase for the Adeptus Custodes here on turn 3. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. Start off the shooting phase. The Terminators are going to start. 4 are going to fire into my Aberrant, and then 2 are going to fire into my Acolytes over there. So what are we going to do with?
I'm going to do all the Guardian Spears and the Castellan Axe first, and then I'll do the Ballistic Grenade.
Okay, sounds good. So we're going to do the Castellan.
4 here.
The 4 shots into there. Okay, cool. 1 hit. That is a wound, though. AP. -1, 6 up. No fill face there. Here come the 4 into my Aberrant. Okay, so that's going to be 5 hits. Strength 4. So they're tough 5. So that's going to be 5s to wound. So that's going to be 3 wounds.
-1.
AP -1, 6 ups. Don't make any of those. 5 ups. Oh, make 1 of those. So he's still alive with 1 wound left. Now the 2 grenade launchers into the squad over there.
3 shots each.
D3 shots each. So that's going to be 3 shots.
Strength
2s to hit, right?
Yeah.
Yep. That's going to be all hits.
Strength 5.
5, so 3s to wound. That's going to be 1 wound.
-3.
Oh, -3. So even though 6 doesn't make a difference, he is dead. And then the 4 grenade launchers into my Aberrant. 1, 2, 6. Wow, okay. 8 shots coming in here. 2s. Okay. And then
4s.
strength
5.
5. Yep, strength 5, tough 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
-3.
-3, so it's going to go straight through. 1 damage apiece. Nah, he did. And now this squad here is going to fire into my acolytes.
The sword and the...
Sword and spears. That is going to be hitting on 2s. Wounding on 3s. Right? Strength 5?
Strength 4.
Strength 4? Oh, then force move, but still, that's fine. AP?
-1 on everything.
Okay, -1 on everything? So that's going to be 5 of those, right? Oh, making 2, but that's still 3, which is enough to kill the squad. Now the shield captain's going to fire into my aberrants over here. That's going to be 2 hits. Strength
4.
Strength 4, so 5's to wound. Making 1 wound.
I'll use the reroll for Emperor's Chosen.
Emperor's Chosen reroll?
Nope.
Nope, so just 1 to wound. AP?
-3.
-1,
sorry.
-1, +1 because the guy's in cover over there. Does not make it, and he does not have, this squad does not have the feel no pain. Damage?
2.
So it becomes 1. And now big bad Daddy T is going to fire. He's going to put the main big gun into these guys, and he's going to put everything else into my Primus that you can just see around the corner there. The big gun. Okay. Cool. That is a wound. -3. So that is just going to pop one guy real bad. Plasma projector is now going to fire into the Primus. That's going to be 9 hits. Or no, D3, right?
Yeah.
So that's still going to be 3, 4, 5 hits. Strength 6, so 3's to wound. Because he is tough 4. So that's going to be 4 wounds. AP?
-2.
-2, those are going to straight through. What's the damage?
1 each.
1 each. Ooh, let me... Yeah, he's 5 wounds. He's got 1 left. But here comes the bolt launcher. Hitting on 2s. Wounding on strength what?
5.
Strength 5, so looking for 3's to wound. That's going to be 3. AP -1, so I've got 3 6-ups. Phil versus! No, none of them. He is dead. And now these guys are going to fire into my acolytes over on the objective over there. These are hitting on 2s. Wounding on strength 5, right? So 3's?
Strength 4.
Oh, strength 4, so 4's to wound. That is going to be 1, 2, 3 wounds. AP?
Did you put the feel no pain on them?
I did.
So those are going to be damage 2.
Okay, those are damage 2. That's 1. Okay,
No,
so
they're actually all damage 2. I'm sorry.
they're all damage 2. So it's 3 at AP -1.
Yeah.
So 6. Nope, no saves there. And then these are damage 2. So I'll see if any of these are 6s. If they are, I will reroll. No. So they're 5. So no. So that is going to be the 3 dead. Into the charge phase. Shield captain into my aberrants. He's in. Because they are the... what is it?
Solar Watch.
Solar Watch. They're going to charge in over here. They're in. Charging over here. They're in. Telemon is going to try to charge into my Nexus. He is not in. Eternal Penitent, reroll. Still, maybe? Yeah. And then these guys are going to charge into my Abominant, I should say. They're way in. So starting over here, his shield captain is attacking into my Aberrants. Hitting on 2s. That's all hits. Wounding on strength. Wounding on 3s.
I need 3s.
Reroll 1. No, so that's going to be 4 wounds that are AP enough to go straight through there. And it's 1 damage apiece, so that's going to leave 1 guy with 1 wound left. Into my Biologist Putrefier over here. Not Biologist, what was that about? No. My Biophagus.
Didn't know you were deaf.
I know, seriously, jeez. Where did that come from? Hilarious. Wounding on 3s because of Twisted... Yeah, Secret Project. 3s because of Twisted Helix. Re-rolling though, right? Oh, no. +1 to wound.
Reroll 1.
Oh, reroll 1.
Oh, no. It is +1 to wound since
But, yeah, but unfortunately because of Twisted Helix, he doesn't... the 2s don't wound him.
I don't get reroll because they're in Solar Watch.
They're in Solar Watch, that's right. So it's going to be 4 that go through. AP, enough. I think he's just dead.
It's AP -3.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. And then over here, these 3 are going to attack into my Neophyte, or Acolytes, I should say, sorry. Hitting on 2s. All right, wounding on 3s. Wait, no, they're not strength 8. Yeah, but still 3s, yeah. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. AP more than enough, so they are dead. Wow. And now the Terminators are going to attack into my Abominant over here. These are going to be hitting on 2s. All right, and then wounding on 3s. All right.
-3 and -2.
AP -3, -2, which is all going to go through his armor. So then he has 5 up feeling no pains. Nah, he is way dead. And then my Aberrant over here will attack back. That is going to be 2 hits. That is 1 wound. Invul 4 up. Oh, he's good. And that will be the end of the Adeptus Custodes turn here on turn 3. And that's what we're going to call the game, because I've got a Nexos and an Aberrant left on the board, and that's going to be it. The Nexos is going to call back to him over the Vox, and he's going to be like, good luck, brother, and then just run away into the sewers and make his way back that way. So, a brutal game, but a ton of fun. It was kind of fun to see what everyone could do now. Those Tanglefoot grenades made a huge difference. That was 2 charges that I could have made easily, and then he just managed to just make it so I couldn't make him at all, which is great. Really, really well played on that part. Yeah, they're brutal. The part over here was maybe a little sad when I spent all those points and I was like, oh, he's going to make a first turn charge. Charged in with all those rock saws and killed one guy and then got slaughtered to a man. Brutal, but a ton of fun. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Jason. And until next time, stay safe and have fun.